Okay, everyone, we are back. I'm quickly checking. I'm like, oh, everyone in the right spot? Everyone's in the right spot. Sorry about that, everyone. I think Zoom crashed, and then that caused OBS to crash. So we're back, and it's funny. I've got pretty much same stuff. I think it was just one of those things, and it happens, and that's what we have to do. So sorry about that. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. We lost a few people, but that's what happens when a stream crashes. Sometimes, folks take that moment. Hopefully they'll pick it back up on YouTube and all that. T-Dorf is telling us it's sounding good. Yes, blame the internet. Okay, guys. Is the music volume good? Because everything reset my settings. Like, is it in the background enough, or should I turn it down? And then my cat's going crazy.
I was curious whose cat that was.
Yeah, that's...
Not
it's
mine.
It's good.
I can tell you that much.
No, I had two in here at one point, but one of them was sleeping.
All right. Okay, so I believe where we last left our group of intrepid heroes. Music down a bit. Okay, I can turn the music down just a hot second. There you go. I think I had it like around 6 decibels. So. All right, I turned it down about 7 decibels, guys. So hopefully that's enough. If it's not, feel free. Let us know. You guys are kind of our monitoring device. I ain't that fancy. Okay. Where we last left you guys, Lord Godfred was in his armor, like a wet weasel in a turtle shell, and is wandering and is heading off towards this city.
Okay. I will motion Maithriel to come with.
I will.
All right, and now I'm thinking here, how do I want to handle? Actually, no. That's you guys made a decision, so that's what happens here. Okay, you will head. Is he Prince Charming or more of a Walder Frey baby? I would say Walder Frey.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, we'll see here. So he marches towards. It's closer towards Rotsburg, but there is definitely an area where the wounded seem to be gathered. You will notice that there are several. I don't want to patchwork knights, I shall call them. They have swords. They have a strange kind of small, very plain regalia somewhere on their body, and they seem to be guarding this kind of what's turning into. It's not the center square, but there's just where most of the wounded are. Lord Godfrey will be marching as if he owns the place, and as he approaches, the patchwork knights will roll their eyes and become a little bit more alert. Titus! Brother Titus! I demand an audience with you! And with that cackling and demanding about, 2 of the patchwork knights will move a little closer. And, do you guys do anything at this point in time?
I give all of these patchwork knights a very apologetic look of and I kind of mouth, sorry.
I'm not really with him.
Maithriel is just looking and judging silently.
So one of the patchwork knights will notice Maithriel and be a little bit more concerned, where the other one seems to look at Maithriel, breathes, and doesn't, outside of that, seems to give her no additional regard. And he will go, Lord Godfrey, Brother Titus is busy. Perhaps this can wait. It cannot wait! You, messenger, tell this knight what you told me.
We're in pursuit of 2 men. One is confirmed to have been infected with the orc sickness. The other is possibly infected, at least is complicit in aiding him. There was a encampment of travelers back there that They're two men at arms. Long story short, they're infected. We think they're headed into Rotsburg. If they're not already in town, we need to know if they came this way. Obviously, we can't have a city this size with an outbreak.
The one that was the Patchwork Knight that was regarding Mathriel with a little bit of disdain says, I hear that they say that the elves are just as susceptible to it. The Patchwork Knight that seems to be a little bit more calm. That is not what we do. Go fetch Brother Titus. So that night will watch off. And Lord Godfrey goes, Good! It is about time that we had an honest discussion with him. You will see the Patchwork Knight go off near one of the... There's like some small tents where a more injured people comes. And... Hold on here as I get that all together.
Oh no!
Out will come a man covered in blood.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh no.
Lord Gottfried, I thought the situation was quite clear. I'm not letting you into town until I have word from the Lord. The Lord answers to my father, and he will let us in and see us. No, he will not. Until he has our blessing. So this little man will push aside the Patchwork Knight, like, you insult my honor, sir! And he goes to pull out his sword on this blood-covered man.
I'm gonna try and stop him. I'm reaching across to, like, at least get in the way of his arm from pulling it, unsheathing it completely.
Let's roll your initiative real quick. Mathriel, what are you doing anything?
You know, I was having the exact same thought.
Mm-hmm. just two women's arms come out of nowhere and shing.
Well, Lord Godfrey has 2 guards.
Are they doing anything? Like, are they?
Well, now that they don't seem to be dealing with Lord that. They are just kind of stoically doing their job, is what they're doing.
They're phoning it in the worst way.
Yeah.
Cool. So initiative's 1d10 plus your initiative score, correct?
Yeah. So
Great.
Yeah, if you want to roll, you absolutely can. I'm going to.
That's an 18.
Oh, sounds pretty good.
I am full of the zoomies.
I like all this makeup, but once my hands come covered in blood, it's hard to go through your character sheets without staining them.
Adds character.
Exactly.
Just lick the blood off your fingers and then go, Adam. It's fine.
Gotcha.
It's fine. We'll wait.
Yeah. Gotcha. This isn't cult. Calm down. This isn't cult.
So close.
Let's see your perception bonus. Perception bonus plus 3. Gotcha. Wow, you rolled really well.
I really rolled really well.
Yeah, you're gonna go really fair here. Mathria, what's yours?
Oh. One sec.
The best part is I'm a sign language interpreter, everybody, and these stain my hands when I go to work the next day. There was a little bit of a hint I was doing something last night.
It was just a 10.
Plus your initiative score?
10 total, yeah.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That's fine. You're still going quick enough. So you are going to attempt to grab Lord Gothry's. Someone said Lord Fodquat. That's almost what I called him. Lord Godfried's. And go ahead and make a simple melee check.
Okay.
I am going to.
I gotta remember what my simple melee. There it is.
I will dodge. I'm going to. Well, first thing, you got to roll, because if you crit, you will. There's nothing I can do.
Did I got an 11?
All right, there you go. So you grab my arm. What else do you do with your other action points?
I'll reserve them if I need to. I don't plan on doing anything else aggressive other than just stopping his arm. Like, I'm not gonna grab it so much as just block it open-handed, like just to stop him from unsheathing it the rest of the way, and say, Lord Godfried, now is not the time for violence.
So when you do that, he will let out the most annoying shrill scream, grab a dagger, and go to stab you.
I'm gonna dodge.
All right, there you go.
I'll use the rest of my actions to dodge. He wants to fight me. Good luck.
I mean, yeah, he I rolled a 7 to hit you, so you have to roll to parry. You don't have to beat me. You just have to succeed. Actually, this is a dodge because you don't have your weapon out.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, an agility check. Yeah. I think it's your acrobatics, I believe. Yeah.
Acrobatics. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on.
I believe so. I could look it up, but that means I have to get the book all bloody.
I don't see. I've got coordination, pilot, ride, skullduggery, and stealth under agility. Where's
athletics. I'll take athletics or coordination at this point, like.
Okay.
Because you're not parrying.
I'm gonna do coordination because I'm a lot more coordinated than I am athletic.
It's listed somewhere in here right now. I'm just kind of like I said, my hands are covered in blood, and I don't want to touch. I have a computer here, but it's my girlfriend's computer, and seems. I
don't fail.
You don't fail. Okay, so you dodge. I will then continue to stab you as I let out this shrill scream. All right, so I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. You, how dare you touch me? I got a 4. Apparently, this guy is just ready
he really wants to stab me.
Yeah, he does.
Didn't his dad ever teach him not to shoot the messenger? Or stab the messenger, for that matter? Okay. Woo! 15. All right. Also not a failure.
I will use my last action point, because you have none left, to continue to stab you.
Ow.
I am very mad at you. Okay, that being said, I rolled a 99. So I critically fail.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So he slashes at you. You dodge, and then on the third swipe, he like trips over his own armor, falls flat on his face into the mud.
I fully let him fall and just look down at him, look at the guards, look at Brother Titus.
So the guards, like I said, they're doing their job. They seem to resignedly move to you to restrain you because you are touching their lord.
Yeah. I've let go. Like I let him fall on the ground. He's fully.
Yeah. They still they resignedly go to hold, like they have to grab you. It's their job. Do you resist?
No.
No? Maithriel, the other guard's going to grab you. Do you resist?
Yeah.
I see Ian nodding. I see the look. It's okay.
She puts an arm up and she's like, don't even think about it.
You know what? I'm gonna let you, Maithriel. You can intimidate. Make your intimidate check.
I'm not big on letting people touch her.
Yeah.
Your boss wasted the one touch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Only one round ear can touch me a day.
It was a 13.
Okay, that succeeds. All right, so he'll mean mug you, but he's not going to touch. He's not pushing his luck guarding this whiny little ass right here. But it's his job to stop you. So, Titus, who is completely untouched, will... So he's going to get up. He moves over to the fallen lord, rolls him over, and offers his hand to let him up, in which case Titus will still let out a scream and try to stab... Or not Titus. Lord Garfield let out a scream, try to stab Titus, who will grab his hand, twist it, almost break his wrist, and take the knife from him. Go back to your tent, my lord. And he's going to help him up, and he kind of gently pushes him towards the guard.
Gently shoves.
Yeah. You will pay for these outrages. These outrages, I say.
I'll see you on the front, my lord.
And so he will snuff, and his guards will let you go, and they will go with him.
Good. Brother Titus. Forgive the jarring introduction. My name is Lauren von Feuerbach. This is my associate, Maithriel. We are in pursuit of two men who passed through, one who is infected with the orc sickness. We believe he has entered into Rotsburg. The other one may also be infected, may just be complicit.
When did they flee here?
Sometime during the night.
Rothsburg has been closed for 3 nights. Refugees have been pouring into the city. It's to the point they're not to orc sickness, but disease is spreading. The Lord's resources are taxed. So they are being kept out here. The injured are tended to by myself and the rest of the Knights Hospitallers of the Martyr. He will indicate everyone else.
There is a group of refugees, one of which I know was injured, might be infected with the orc sickness. One with just an injured leg, who will be arriving later today, should nothing happen to them. But I think it is imperative that we find these two men. They were 2 men at arms. I'll give their general description.
So, one of the guards are like, if it's true, we might not be able to stop it. We should. I'm not going to condemn these people to die on simply the word of someone I don't know that the orc sickness might be here.
I understand that you can't take my word at face value, and I don't expect you to. I'm simply looking for the men. When they left, the one who we know was infected, his wound was still green.
I will gather some of the knights and we will discuss of what is to be done. No one will enter the city. But
Understood.
I don't know you. And these are dark times. It would not be unheard of for someone to forgive me.
I'm
The
not
best you
upset.
can
I
find-
understand.
Have you eaten? Do you have food?
We've had some food, but we haven't eaten yet.
He will turn to the pleasant the pleasant patchwork knight who has not given Maithriel the cross eyes. The brother will take you to get some rations. It's not much, but it has to last. I will pray, and I will. Tonight is a full moon. The silver wolf hopefully will be smiling on us, and we will see what he says.
Thank you.
I have wounded to tend to now.
We won't take up any more of your time.
And he will head off back towards the tent. Soon after, you will hear terrible screams of pain.
Yep.
So what did the two of you do?
I will look to Maithriel. They're willing to give us some rations. You know, I'll catch her up on everything if she didn't, you know. They're willing to give us some food if you want it.
Be honest, I feel like we might need to be a little bit cautious. Just considering the fact that they may be here and who knows who's dealing with the food. Although that man does seem to have a pretty good handle on things.
We can only hope. We can only hope.
Do we just wait?
Well, we'll have to wait for the others to arrive. Hopefully we can get Albrecht seen about his leg. They didn't get in the city, which is something at least, but means they're here somewhere.
So, what we will say, just to kind of move things along a little bit, is you guys find somewhere in this tent, or in this town to refugee camp to set up shop, and a few hours later, the caravan arrives with your friends. You guys pick up a something on the side, somewhere to set up I guess another temporary camp, and I will let you guys role play to catch up the other player characters on what's going on while I check a rule real quick, and then we'll jump back into it. Okay.
It's good to see that you two arrived safely.
Did you find them?
No, but they didn't get in the city. They're somewhere in this refugee camp. The Brothers Hospitaller are helping the wounded outside of the city. Brother Titus said that the city's closed because of a disease. It's not orc sickness that's ravaging the city itself, so refugees are kept out. So if they're still here, they're somewhere in this tent city.
Should we look for them? I mean, best we can.
Albrecht, I think you should be seen about your leg, though. They are healers.
Suppose you're right. I could visit them. Hopefully before this entire refugee camp becomes an orc village.
Hopefully.
The idea that these people might allow that to happen. I don't get it.
Well, they don't know me. They can't trust me. They can't trust just the word of some messenger that I might not be out to screw these men over or cause fear. I have taken part in fear-based misinformation campaigns in the past, so it happens, but
What's the alternative? Kill everyone in the camp?
unfortunately.
Oh, well, that seems rather... There's got to be an easier way.
You guys will see the approach. Oh, as I see my mouse on there, as you see the approach of Brother Titus.
Brother Titus. I'll introduce. This is Sister Adelaide and Albrecht. He's the one who has the injured leg I mentioned.
He will look at the sister and then kind of nod. And what order do you hail from, sister?
Oh.
So I realize I screwed up. I'm sorry.
Uh...
Anymore. Ooh.
right?
Do you
It's like
you could your character sits there in silence, like, oh, how do I answer that? You know, the silent order, as Tidorf says. Yeah.
Trying to think of the best approach.
I don't think that formalities are really in order here, considering what's going on. Maithriel will cut in.
Oh. I'm sorry. Albrecht, is it? He says, looking at you.
Albert,
see
tell
the
us what.
He will see the tattoos. A sanctioned member of the Order of Magi.
Indeed.
Well, let's take a look at that leg, shall we?
Work your magic, I suppose.
So he's gonna pull back the bandages. Ooh. Oh. And what happened to you?
I fell.
Down a mine shaft.
A mine shaft, yes.
And then unfortunately we did not have the security to stop and let him rest. We had to continue to move.
Well. And someone asks, is it green? No, it's not green.
Whew! I'd be very concerned if it was. We haven't met a single orc yet.
The bruise could be.
He's going to he's gonna reach into a pouch and he's gonna pull out a small like it's this kind of a yellowish substance that looks an awful lot like honey. I pray to the martyr who endured the sins of the great and terrible heresy, that your pain will be absolved, as all those who follow the light of Luminoi. All you have to do is let him in, and he will offer the honeycomb. Eat.
Well, I'll eat the honeycomb.
And now I'm going to roll to cast my magic. Resolve injury here. Wow, okay, that was nice. Good thing you guys aren't fighting the tough guys right now. I'm rolling in the single digits. Effect. So it's instantaneous. After successfully casting the spell, the person you touches removes one injury they're suffering from and has it completely recuperated. A character may only benefit from this magic once per day. So, a shimmering, I should say like after you pick it up, a little bit of blood will pool out of nowhere, magical, and drip out of his hands. And then when he opens his hand back up, the blood is gone, and so is your wound.
You'll have to teach me that trick.
I am not a magi. I am simply a healer, formerly of the temple, but as you can see, my grandfather had a heritage he wished to continue. And so, that being said, lore drop. Let's see if anyone knows. I'm going to take a look at anybody's sheets real quick. That would be educational count or folklore.
After the healing thing, Maithriel will make a very pointed look over at Adelaide.
So go ahead and anyone can make a folklore check. If you're making an education check, you can do it at a +10. If you're trained in education.
I'll do a folklore
Yes.
check 50 for me.
Eat the honeycomb and drink the Kool-Aid. Yep.
I got a 24, so I passed folklore.
Gotcha.
I got a 31. I barely passed. Well, I passed.
I fail.
Oh,
That's
no.
good. Crazy human stuff.
It's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Meanwhile,
Adelaide, what did you
honeycomb.
get? Did you succeed?
Yeah, I got a 41.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So, the Fifth Legion of the Imperium Magnum, its sole job was to, well, one of its was to do battle with the orcs. That was what it did. Now, the Fifth Legion, under the reign of the Imperium Magnum, there was rarely a large outbreak, especially once the Fifth Legion was everywhere throughout all 13 kingdoms. But that was 150 years ago or so. And some of the legionnaires that were trapped here in Silberrock, the legion was disbanded. But more recently, what is left of them, especially those that were members or heritage of the Fifth Legion, petitioned the hierarchs to create the Knights Hospitaller. So what he is indicating that he has his name is more Latin. He has the heritage related to that of the Imperium Magnum. So that being said, the Fifth Legion was known to know how to deal with orcs, how to fight them, and if you believe the rumors, that they might be able to stop the orc sickness. But no one knows how true that is. So, my grandfather had a heritage that he wished to keep up. So now, this is what we are. Your friend told me a distressing story, and we spoke to others in your caravan. The orcs did attack. I believe you now. I apologize, messenger. But this is a paranoid and frightening time for everyone. People will say anything to get in the city.
Indeed.
So, if your friends, or I should say, if our infected individuals were only injured the other day, they're not contagious yet. But we have to find them. However, he looks up at the moon. The silver wolf smiles down upon us. The orc sickness spreads better during the new moon, when the light of the silver wolf is gone, and even more so when the second moon. Oh yeah, that's just to remind everyone, there are 2 moons in the sky.
Oh yeah.
And there's also there is a ring. The planet is surrounded by a ring. There's a ring in the north,
Right.
which you guys believe is heaven. That's Chaldeum. So,
That's right.
and the dark moon is called Tenebra, which is believed to be the where all evil comes from, and it spreads rampant when Tenebra is ascended. If we can find them before the moon changes tomorrow night, we may have hope. You all seem to be a ragtag group, and the others told me you came out of the mist.
Indeed.
How, if you don't mind me asking?
I'll nod towards Adelaide.
So sorry, I don't have my contacts.
That's all right.
Hey, new ones are coming. So she lifts her veil a little higher to reveal the whited eyes.
I see. A mistwalker. Where are you all from? He looks at Mathriel. The south?
Adelaide stays quiet.
We came. Our origins are scattered, but we met in and came from Untergang.
That's a city. It's a small town to the southwest of here.
Yes,
It's been blanketed in the mist for some time.
it has.
That explains how you got out. How fares the town?
It festers with
Burns.
With say again, Albrecht.
Town hits the burns.
Ah,
Sometimes literally.
they wanted to rob the world, shall we say, of both Maithriel and Adelaide, for which we have corrected this.
They're a very judgmental people, as I've learned.
Please, though.
Once the mist came, they kind of went into frantic mode, it seems like.
If I may say, brother, as someone coming from the church, I do believe Untergang's church is stealing from its people.
I believe.
And as these are trying times for everyone, you can see how it troubles me.
Not everyone follows the teachings as they should. One reason, in my own way, that I'm glad that I'm no longer a part of the church. I'm sworn to the martyr, and as much as we are men of their arms. Right. I cannot, and some of my brothers, not all, we cannot harm anyone only in self-defense. So you have nothing to fear from us as long as you do not harm anyone here. That being said, you know these people who are infected by the orc sickness. I'm going to need your help.
Of course, any way we can.
Well, thank you. We won't be able to do anything tonight. And going through everyone's tents trying to find these people is going to be dangerous. It will spread more panic and alert them. We'll have to come up with a more clandestine way to figure out where these men have gone.
How do people receive their rations and food?
The rations are brought in from the city. My men and I guard it. He will point over towards a tent. Some is kept there. There is a main door, but there are a few other secret ways into the city. We try to open the door as little as possible. No one has tried to force their way in yet, because everyone is fed. While it may be cold, and when it rains it is terrible. No, those that guard the door are the Lord's men. And the Lord's men will take anyone's life that causes too much trouble.
Is it distributed through... Does everybody line up, or is it distributed tent by tent? Perhaps that's a way to check everyone.
I see. It is actually probably wiser to do that way. Normally we would there is a meal line, but while the infected are still in the early stages, it is unlikely that they are at the contagious phase. Sometimes the stars are right, and it will spread more quickly. That is why, sister, we will do it tent to tent, and I believe, since you know what the individuals look like, it seems like you've all volunteered for serving duty in the morning.
Of course.
At first light, come towards... He tells you where his tent is. Come to my tent. If you're going to be dealing with orcs, I will protect you the best way that I can.
I question, Adam.
Yes.
Would this tent city be considered an urban environment?
Are you talking about the fact that you cannot regain peril because of all that without drinking?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
But it's close enough. It's getting there. Like, you can sleep on the outskirts here and it doesn't, So, or, even if I did say so, you could go, like, move your tent over yonder away from the people.
Yeah.
To help yourself feel better. So, all right. Well, with that being said, everyone, I think we're going to go ahead and end it here tonight. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, some of us are getting over our second COVID shot, and no need to push this on any longer. I feel like we're at a great stopping point. We've met some new people in the lore. We've met the Knights Hospitaller of the Martyr. Got to see a little bit of magic, learn a little bit more, meet lovely Lord Godfried, who I totally made up, but he is such a little shit. We may just have to have him come back.
Oh no!
I don't know about you, but he seems to be tons of fun. So.
Oh.
Yes.
I can't wait for the time that he finally succeeds at kicking my ass. He'll be so proud.
I was rolling pretty good, too.
I know. You were rolling really well, and then I was just... The one time I was like, all right, I guess I'll just take the stab, and then you roll a 99.
Yeah, exactly. So then he felt that was good though. I like that.
Good.
I feel like we learned a lot about Lord Godfrey's personality in those few little minutes. So that being said, all right, everyone, I think that's going to be all for us tonight. We will see you guys again in 2 weeks, where we will hopefully deal with our infected individuals and see what happens after that. I'm kind of just taking this show as kind of an exploratory adventure into the world that I wrote about 2-3 years ago. So we'll see what happens. And I look forward to seeing you guys there. If you love us and want to see more of us, you can go back and watch at least 2 of us on 2 seasons of Sinners and Saints on TTRP Theater. You can follow us on Instagram. If you like just watching me and Caroline, we are on Weave the Tale doing the Nuadan Chronicles, and I also have a show called The Vampire Interprets where I talk about just gaming in general. Next week, though, because I have it around the same time, the Redheaded Vixen will be taking over my show, talking about women in gaming. So the ladies are going to take over my show and have fun with it. So that should be exciting. And starting in May, I will have a Vampire the Masquerade series called Vengeance and Valdery, in which we will see Ty and Caroline. And I wouldn't be surprised if eventually Ian shows up, and maybe even Megan once or twice, but we'll see. I'm kind of still planning that. I'm going to bring in as many people as I can, because I like having talented people on my shows, and sometimes it's better when someone else is the NPC or the character than not me. So, that being said, so I hope everyone had a good time, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Take care.